Recording in progress.
Hey, Jennae, is the feedback from us or is it on your side?
That was on my side. I am logging on for a backup for just in case purposes. And I keep telling it don't connect audio, and it keeps connecting my audio.
Recording in progress.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. We won't just be doing that again. All right. Okay, we're gonna get ready to rock and roll here. All right, put that there. Okay, can everybody hear me? Okay, can you see my screen? Am I off mute?
We see you, not the screen.
Oh, hold on. Let me go in here and see. All right, there we go. Share. All right, there we go. All right, so we got a few people who have not been to Costa Rica. That's a good thing. So we're going to go in, dive a little bit in about what it's all about. I see Samsung, you have been awesome. Samsung, you can come off the mic and let us know if you can, where exactly you have been in Costa Rica. Okay, I am going to share. One. No. Yes, there we go. Let me get my share right. Oh, where is this at? Desktop one. Shares. Okay. Now, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can.
All right, let's rock and roll. Again, like I said, we're not going to be long, but we are going to be strong. So hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are headed to Costa Rica in October. The dates are the 8th through the 13th. And so we want to give you a little feedback about what it is, you know, the location, where we're going, talk about the itinerary, and then answer some questions. My name is Jennae. I'm also known as the Travel Vet. So here we are. Costa Rica is located in Central America, right below Nicaragua, right above Panama, right? The area that we're going to be going to is a place called Guanacaste, which is located on the Pacific side of the coast. So the Pacific Ocean is on this side. I only specifically pinpointed the Guanacaste area so you can see where we're at. Here's Liberia, that's where you fly into. And if y'all see this little hook right there, that is the Papagayo Peninsula. That's where we're going to be staying at our hotel. So with that, Guanacaste is the northwest part. It's bordered by the Pacific Ocean, and it's known for their beautiful coastlines. You know, the beaches. Everyone always talk about their beaches. And here on this side, the major two cities are Liberia. And if you look a little further south, you'll see Nicoya. Tamarindo is like a town, and Nasara is like a town as well. So on the natural land, did I skip a thing? Nope. So when it comes to Costa Rica, a lot of things are natural, beautiful, green, lush, especially during rainy season. It has a lot of different biodiversity. Here you're looking at one of the volcanoes. Yep, they have a few volcanoes, and some of them are active. A Recon have went off maybe, I think last year. You have little pockets, but nothing big, nothing major, nothing that requires evacuation. But just want to be clear, it is there. This is where a lot of people like to go to get the thermal springs. The thing about the thermal springs is they're all natural because they're coming from the volcano, which automatically underneath makes them heated. So that, along with the lava mud that you put all over your body, that is good for you. You'll see that. So the diverse ecosystems have the tropical forests, the wetlands, and the coastal areas. It has a lot of different national parks in here in Cologne that I just seen you. This is the Hanging Bridge in Monteverde. You got Santa Rosa, different places where you can explore nature and wildlife. So if that is your jam, Costa Rica is definitely where you want to be. You have different things in reference to their culture, their heritage, their history. This right here is the festival celebrating their independence from Nicaragua. You see red, white, and blue. Have y'all ever noticed that most of the flags from different countries have similar colors, red, white, and blue? It's a very significant part of that. So with that, you have the background that, yes, Costa Rica once was a part of Nicaragua. When you see it, Liberia is like not even 2 hours from the border, but they became independent in 1824. So just like we celebrate the 4th of July, they celebrate their Independence Day as well with music, dance festivals. They call it Fiesta de la Agnacion. And it's really amazing. It's a great thing. This is normally in August timeframe where we're in July. So here's some key highlights that you guys can look at. Beach, beach, beach. How many of you are beach lovers? If you are beach lovers, raise your hand, put it in the chat, because I am a beach lover. I may not can swim, but I am a beach lover, and I will live within walking distance from. Sasha say, yep, she's a beach lover. I live within walking distance from the beach, and me and my little one, Gloria Sky, she just turned 11 last weekend. We go on our morning beach walks. It's my therapy. But all of the beaches are so different. You may have one that is a black beach, which, the lava has came and it turned the sand to turn black. Then you have that crystal clear water type beach where the sand is white with lots of nice little pebbles and stones and seashells in there. So you have Playa Tamarindo, Flamingo, Conchel. All of these are like right within driving distance of each other of less than 30 minutes. Like a walk to Playa Flamingo. I'm less than 15 minutes from Playa Conchel, and I'm 30 minutes from Tamarindo. And these are just a few, not to mention others that's a little farther east and west of me, or where I'm currently at. But when you look at the map, that's all you see on the coastline. So if you have surfers, if you want to learn how to surf, that's Tamarindo, right? If you want to do some snorkeling in the clear blue water, man, that is Flamingo and Control all the way. So if y'all like looking at the fishies and stuff like that, that's going to be your jam. Uh-oh. Had to back it up. So some of the things that people love to do when they come to Costa Rica is what? Zip lining, horseback riding, volcano tours. This is the thing, all the above. They love to do these things. Me personally, the Army ruined me from zip lining when they decided to tell me to zip line and drop off in the water. And I told y'all already I couldn't swim. So yeah, zip lining lost its appeal for me. Horseback riding in the rainforest is absolutely amazing when you can see all the different species like such right here, wildlife from Harlem monkeys to the sea turtles to the different birds. The birds are so amazing. I'm not a bird watcher, but people literally come to Costa Rica just to bird watch. And it's an amazing thing because these birds have different sounds and they're so pretty to look at, and they just come up like next to you and just, have lunch with you. If you're on the beach having lunch, because they're used to being fed. And these little cute Harlem monkeys, you'll see them going across the high wire with their baby on the back. Is so cute. You can see a whole family. One time we had a whole family in our tree behind us, and they make these lion type of noises where it's like, and you'd be like, is that? And it's coming out of that little monkey. So it's really something. Sloths, there's sloth sanctuaries on our side as well as on the other side, Guanacaste side and San Jose side. They have sloth sanctuaries. And if you have never seen, I watch cartoons with Gloria, but sloths are very slow moving creatures, very slow moving creatures. But the babies are so cute and they're cute to watch, but they're just, it's just like one of them things like, oh, I see a sloth in person. The climate for Costa Rica is hot. Mostly is 70 to 90 degree temperatures all year round, even during the rainy season. Because depending on where you at in Costa Rica, it's very biodiverse as far as when it comes to the climate. You can be in the central part. It may rain a lot more in the central plain part, and it may rain a lot more on the Caribbean side as well. Most of the time, the hurricanes are in the Caribbean, and they get hit a lot with the tropical storms, which is why I decided to move to the Pacific side, where, it's like liquid sunshine type of rain. It might rain 30 minutes hard, or a better example would be like what we experienced in Florida last week. In the daytime, it's hot, hot, hot. And then all of a sudden, boom, it'll shower and then it'll get back hot again. That is what it is like. So you have two different seasons, dry season and the rainy season. I say distinct because the dry season doesn't last as long. December to April is when the dry season is. And normally during that time, that's also the peak season. And so you'll find that during that time, the prices are a little bit more elevated when it comes to accommodations, activities, excursions, all of those things. It's a difference in it. And there's more people, as you can really see when you're doing at the airport. So the significance of the economics and the tourism in Costa Rica is there's so many things to do, so many places to visit. I think it's a place for the young, it's a place for the old, it's a place for those who don't like the cold, pretty much. So when you come in, you're going to be flying into Liberia. Costa Rica has two, let me back up. Make sure they have two airports. They have San Jose, which is on the east side. Then they have the Liberia Daniel Odor International Airport, which is on the west side. The flight times from this particular airport, if from like major airports like JFK, it's like 5 hours. Same thing with LAX. You can actually get a direct flight from here to LAX. You got Miami, which is about 3 hours, and Houston, you actually can get a direct flight from Houston, which is about 3.5 hours as well. Miami also has a direct flight. So you have not a long flight time, but most of the time you have connecting flights. So if you're not at a major international airport like Houston, that direct flights, or even Atlanta that has some direct flights, or Miami that have some direct flights, then you're probably going to have a layover that's going to add some time to your flight time. Okay. So your cultural experiences can go from anywhere from the dishes, the popular dining cuisine. I love traditional Costa Rican food. It's my jam. The chicken is not as big. So when you see the chicken crossing the road, those are actually the chickens that they're actually using, the pollo. That's what we call it. The popular dishes is the gallo pinto, the casado. The gallo pinto, you got your rice, you got your beans, you got your meat. You can do it with, most of the time you can do it with beef, or you got jamon, or you got pollo chicken. With egg, that you can put with it. That's a big difference. You can have your egg scrambled over easy, over hard, however you want it. And then the casado is very similar. It has a salad plate to it, some beans, some rice with it, also with a meat portion to it as well. And then seafood. The seafood most of the time is fresh because you can actually see them out there fishing on fishing poles and everything, like the pescado, the fish market is literally sitting on the beach because they go to the ocean, which is right in front of them. They go fishing, and you can buy it and mark it, or you can go to one of the restaurants where they're going to cook and serve it for you. If you have any dietary restrictions or anything of like that coming on this trip with us, by all means, make sure you annotate that on the form as you're filling it out. All right, and if you don't see it, make sure you send me an email or something like that so that we can know what you are allergic to or what you can and cannot eat, right? The resort isn't all inclusive, so it really caters to everybody. But if we're on a market, you want to on a market at the beach, you can, like, for example, get a lobster. What they do is they take the lobster, it's fresh, they'll grill it right there on the grill for you. You're going to pay about $25 US dollars for a whole lobster. You can sit there and eat it with rices, whatever you want to drink. So in that aspect, you're going to actually get whatever they have to offer, the fresh catch of the day, but it's absolutely worth every penny. Okay. Oh, sorry. When I'm doing two screens. All right, here we go. All right. So Guanacaste is all about sustainability. If you ever heard that word sustainability, it's basically, conserving, the land. When it comes to building, you have to have certain permits. Right now you have to have authority to even get a water permit in order to build because they're very picky about, their rainforest. So reducing the plastic use, like we'll go on the beach and during beach walks, we be picking up trash, because it is a high tourism area. So I put that in here to say, when you are visiting in the area, be mindful of where you throw your trash, okay? Because it's not like, coming in the US where they have people on the side of the road just picking up. No, it's really volunteer dependent for us to be doing it. But you have a lot of eco-friendly lodges and tours that promote the environmental awareness, and they'll actually talk to you about it as you're going on these trips. Now, the passport and the visa, as most all things, you have to have at least 6 months from the date that you're traveling. So like say today is, what's this, July the 19th. So if I'm traveling tomorrow, in my book, on my expiration, I need to have 6 months left. I can't have my passport expiring in 30 days or even 90 days because they're going to look at that and there may well be denied entry. So don't do it. When it comes to the visa requirement, there's no visa that you have to pay for. When they do stamp it, it is good for 90 days. And if you decide that you want to stay longer, like I did for 4 years, you can do border runs. You can go over to Nicaragua, across the border, come back and start your time over, or you can drive down to Panama, start your time over, or you can just fly out to, you can fly out to Honduras or anywhere on the different local flights and start over. That's another thing. But this is for US. If you are, that's what I should say, that's specific to US, Canadian, and people from Europe. If you're anything else like Africa, particularly Africa, you do need a visa first. So like if you got an African passport, then you will need a visa to come to Costa Rica. And it's very specific because you have to go to the embassy that's located in certain cities for you to have an interview. So if you have an African passport, because it happened to one of my clients, that's what happened. So you just know, if you don't have a US passport, make sure you get with me so I can give you the link to make sure you have all the information you need to get a visa. All right. Currency and payments, the local currency is the Cologne. The ratio to make it easier for you right now. So 20,000 colones is 40 US dollars, for example. 20,000 colones is 40 US dollars. And co-hosts, make sure y'all letting people in because they popping up on my screen. And I cannot see the chat either. Working this mouse and doing the chat as well, because every time I hit it, it seemed like it's going to click my screen. So if you're putting something in the chat, I'll be able to look at it after I close this out. So again, 20,000 colones is 40 US dollars. So our dollar is not, the Colognese is stronger. It is kind of trending back down again, but by October, who knows what it's going to be. Okay. But mostly, listen, on the resort, it's all inclusive. So you really don't need any money, but there are locals who come on the beach and they sell. And we also have a beach day where you're going to need cash, right? So I always tell people, go to the ATM, leave the currency exchange alone. Go to the ATM when you come on arrival. They have 2 ATM machines in the airport that you can get withdrawal from in Colognese, okay? So make sure you do that in the itinerary. That is what we're about to go over now. But I am going to launch a poll for you guys because I'm going to see if you guys have been paying attention. Let me stop my share. Come back over here. All right. So we're going to do a quick poll. You should see it come up on your screen. I'm going to give you about 2 minutes for this poll because we got about 5 minutes left. I'll give you about 2 minutes on this poll to answer the questions. If you can't see the poll, look at your very bottom and you might see something in more that says polls. So make sure you're looking at that as well. Thank you guys for participating. I see a couple of people participating. I need more participants. Make sure you got, oh, Donica, you said you love sloths. Aw. Karen had to go. Samsung loves birds. That's her spirit animal. I love it. And you're going to have that. And Lisa, yes, the resort has beach access. I told you I'm a beach person, so it just has to do that. Has to be that way.
Jennae, just to verify the dates, it's October the 8th through the 13th.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
We got less than 45 seconds on this next one.
Is there a particular airline that's better to fly into Liberia?
No. Is no particular no one is better than the other one. I can tell you Frontier even flies from Atlanta, Delta, United, Southwest from Houston, Alaska from LA. So nope, they all pretty much, except for Spirit doesn't go through and Spirit doesn't come, but JetBlue does. All right, we're in our poll. I'm going to end the poll. Let's see what we got. All right, so on the first one, you know, what coast is Guanacaste, Costa Rica located? 5 out of 13 answered and said the Caribbean. And then 8 out of 13 said the Pacific. Those who answered the Pacific, you are correct. Number 2, what activities can you do? Horseback riding, zip lining, hiking, all of the above. 1 out of 12 answer horseback riding, 2 out of 12 answer zip lining, and 9 out of 12 answer all of the above. It is all of the above. Number 3, raining season is during December to April. True or false? 6 out of 12 said true. 6 out of said false. The answer is false. Congratulations to those who are getting them correct. What airport do you fly into? 3 out of 11 said San Jose International Airport. 8 out of 11 said Liberia, Daniel, International Airport. And you are correct if you said Liberia. All right, congratulations. Thank you so much for participating. Some people have been paying attention. All right, so let me share the screen again so we can now go over this itinerary for you. All right, here we go. So here's the itinerary. Can everybody see it?
Yes.
All right. If you do not have this itinerary, here's where you will go to get it real quick. You're going to type in www.blackqueensmattermovement.com. I'm going to drop it in. I'm going to drop it in the chat. so that you can actually follow along if you don't have it up. To everyone. www.black- Black Lives Matter movement.com. All right, so you should be able to click on that link, select Costa Rica, and then it will take you through a page that looks just like this, where you're going to fill out your first name, your last name, your email, and hit itinerary, and you'll be able to view the itinerary that looks like so. Okay, so this is T. Marie. She's the hostess. She's the founder of Black Queens Matter. Black Queens is exactly what it says. Black Queens doing our thing, right? So taking over Costa Rica, Pura Vida Sal. She's an activist. She's a former United States Marine Corps. She has been having accolades of achievement, actually got awarded by President Barack Obama. She has a book, The Warrior Code, out. So, and she, she's actually sponsors like children in the DMV area during summer camps, to go like to places like the African American Museum. So she does a lot for the community. And so she formed the organization Black Queens Matter over 20 years ago. And in the last couple of years, she decided that she wants to have the queens all come together from brunches, what we still do, and meetups to now doing trips. And so far it's been Africa. The last one cruise was Juneteenth, and a lot of Jamaica and a lot of other different places. So if you miss those trips, upcoming is Costa Rica. Next year is Bali, Los Cabos, and Portugal. All right, so the trip highlights for this is we're going to be staying at Planet Hollywood. If you're not a part of the Black Queens Matter Travel Club, definitely want to make sure you're on that, connected on Facebook, so you can see all the pictures from the resort, the videos from the resort. But it is a 4-star hotel, and if you have been to any of the Planet Hollywoods, it is really like a star-studded type of hotel where you walk in, they got the red carpet, just like you're doing at the Grammys or any award show. You come in on a red carpet. They take your picture with Planet Hollywood in the background. Of course, they give you the refreshments. They make it a whole thing. They give you like a little entertainment before you coming in. So it's really live, right? So it gets you in the mood. And so when you go throughout this, you will start to see, as I'm going to show you the rooms, the theme is Hollywood, right? So inside your package, depending on what you choose, you're going to have all inclusive. You'll have 5-night accommodations at this hotel. We'll be doing a meet and greet at the airport by a representative. So let's have a sign that says Black Queen Matter. You're going to get breakfast, lunch, and dinners, mostly on the property. And as we're going on the trips, you'll see which you'll have to pay out of pocket for. Like for beach day, you'll have to pay out of pocket when we're on the beach for lunch, that kind of thing. But the majority at the resort, you're having all your breakfast, all your food is included, and all your drinks, mocktails, and cocktails. We have included also a Zumba class where we get our jam on the beach, right? So we're going to be doing that. We also have included your excursions, depending on the package that you select, which includes an adventure day, horseback riding, zip lining, whitewater rafting, as well as the hot springs that we talked about. The beach day consists of what I said. You can have lunch on the beach, and you can also have the option to do horseback riding on the beach as well, but that's not included. But a massage is included on the beach. There's nothing like having a 60-minute massage with the waves just, right there, and just lulling you to sleep. Taxes are included. The gratuities are included in it, so you don't have to worry about it. If you want to do extra, you absolutely can. You have your swag bag that's included, as well as your trip insurance. What's not included is airfare, your personal expenses, anything you want to buy, as well as your airfare to the location. Any extra food that's outside, any optional tours that you want to do, and just basically anything that's not included in the itinerary. Okay, so when you come to when you travel on the 8th, there's going to be a time once all of those who started booking, there's going to be a time that's going to be provided where you have to get to, because check-in is at 3 o'clock. So transportation is going to be at the airport at a certain time, and you have to be there at that certain time. Okay. So normally the time period can be anywhere from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. But if you miss that time frame, understand you're going to have to be responsible for your own transportation, because it's based on the group. So if everybody comes in at the same time, everybody can pretty much leave at the same time. Then day 2, you're going to be coming on day 1, you have the welcome. Hey, everybody, you get your swag bags and all that good stuff. It's going to be like just a simple little welcome meet and greet for everybody. And then day 2, we start immediately out on our adventure. The coolest thing is not far from the resort. It's about a 40-minute drive to get to 45-minute drive, depending on traffic, to get to Recon. And that's where you're going to do, depending on your package, if it's included. If you don't want to do all the excursions, guess what? You don't have to. You can do it a la carte. If you just say, I just want to do the hot springs, Jennae. Okay, no problem. If you say, I don't like horses. Okay, no problem. Oh, I'm scared of river rafting. Okay, no problem. You basically get to do what's included in the package is included in the package. But if you want to a la carte some stuff, or just like opt out of some things, that is totally your option to do that as well. Day 3, we have everything wellness. That's that Zumba session on the beach. We're on the property. You're basically getting over the fun day that you had. So it's a low key day. We're gonna do some Zumba starting out, but this is also where we're gonna have our give back opportunity with CPA. CPA is an organization that is in Costa Rica that gives back to the community. Very similar to a lot of organizations in the States, anything from school books, backpacks, pencils, anything from picking up, like I said, beach walking, picking up trash, it's whatever that they have going on. So we are going to be able to provide our services to them to support the locals in the organization and what they're doing. Okay. So it's a give back day. And then on the next day, the 4th, the 11th, we're headed down to my neck of the woods, where my favorite beach is Playa Conchal, where we're gonna do the beach day. This is where this is the day. It's gonna start out early, probably about like 8 o'clock. We get there about 9:30, and people think like, oh, it's gonna be a long day. No, when you get on there and you're relaxing, the day go by so fast. They be like, oh, it's time to go already, and everybody always asks for extended time. So we have to watch when the tide comes in and stuff like that. So if you choose to do horseback riding, you're okay. If you're walking, you're okay when it comes to the tide. But it's really a nice day, and that's where you can have these nice little pina coladas. And listen, if you don't drink alcohol, it's actually can be just, non-alcoholic too, and they have lots of fruit in there for you. But it's absolutely a great time. You can even jet ski if you want to. They have this new thing with the wave or with the surfboard. It's an electric surfboard that you can go on, but those are also at an additional cost. If you don't want to do jet ski, do the jet ski by yourself, then they'll take you, so you have their driver, they'll take you, and it's really fun for them to do. And I like to call them, they get great eye candy. Them young bloods, they be doing it, anything. It's amazing. And then you might catch a nice little soccer game on beach. Usually it's like locals, because it's a local beach. It's usually like locals versus expats, or locals versus Canadians or Americans. It's really nice to see the family friendly fun that happens. And then on the next day, we have our lovely catamaran. This is a sunset catamaran, which is an absolutely amazing time. If most of you guys been on catamaran, catamaran is about the same, but different locations. You turn up, it's all inclusive food, drinks, and everything. You go out, you get to see you might see dolphins, you might see turtles, you might see some of everything out there, just depending on what's happening. But the sunset in Costa Rica is absolutely amazing. And then on the last day, we have our farewell dinner, and everybody's like, oh, sad, and have to say goodbye to paradise and we're out of there. Okay. Cancellation policy, 14 days, 30 days, 60 days is really self-explanatory for anybody, but if you need more information and more details, don't hesitate to reach out to me. One of the key things I like to point out is your trip must be completely paid off if you want to cancel your trip and file for travel insurance, for example. So if you're paying on your trip and your trip is not paid off and you decide you don't want to go, depending on where you're at on the timeline, depends on how you get your funds back. But if you haven't paid off your trip, you can't file a claim. So you can only file a claim with the insurance once your trip is completely paid off. All right, frequently asked questions. You can review these by yourself, but most of the times people are asking about the money. It's in Colognese. They're asking about the voltage. You can do 110. There's no different plug that you need. It's just like the United States. They want to know if you can use your credit cards. We kind of talked about that earlier. You can, especially on a resort, but when it comes outside of the resort, a lot of them, like we're local, just take cash, and you have more bargaining power when you have cash as well too. Primary language is Espanol, Spanish. However, at the resort, you have bilingual English-speaking people. When you come down to my area, there's still some English-speaking people, but it's not as much. So you have little phrases like hola, hello, adios, goodbye, como estás, how are you, mucho gusto, pleasure's mine to meet you, just different things like that. Agua, water, baños, bathroom, just the basic words that you want to kind of know. But it's really a good blend because they like to practice their English with Americans and Canadians as they're improving their language. So you're actually doing them a favor. All right. Moving on now, let's get on down to the packages. All right, so here we go. We have a few packages and they're all defined differently, okay? So we got the bronze right here, which the bronze package basically is the basic package. It doesn't include any excursions. So like what I told you, if you want to opt in to just do the hot springs, you can. If you just want to do horseback riding, you can. If you don't want to do all the excursions, these are the things that you can do to opt in. It's really basic. It has a garden views room. It includes your ground transportation, your insurance, your lodging, and your drinks and your food, right? So this is Planet Hollywood. This is what it looks like. And this is pretty much what a double occupancy room looks like. You see the theme being the stars, Hollywood. Then you have the silver package. Let me go back to the price point. So when you hit the price point, you see the deposit is $200 per person and it's $1,248. And you can click on book now. If you want to see more of the video footage for the resort, you can actually click right here and it's actually going to show you a video of the resort. You come down, you have the silver package, which now includes one excursion, because make it not be a one size fit all, because everybody don't like all the kind of same things, all right? So you have options, but this only is the same as the bronze package, except for you just have one excursion that you can select that you want to choose from to do. And that price point is $1,729 with a $200 deposit, and that is per person. And it's land only because we already discussed this does not include flight. Then you have the gold package, which now increases your excursions up to 2. Same, I give you different variations of what the double occupancy rooms look like. So this is the other side of it, so you can see that. But here you have the ocean view. The views are changing with the package. So for the bronze package, you had a garden view. For the silver package, you have an ocean view. And for the gold package, you also have an ocean view, but with 2 excursions, which are price point it goes up a little bit higher as you add your excursions to it. Here, however, I put in the bougie butler service with this. So if you do the star class, that's why it's a little bit different down here. You have the butler right here, but the room still looks the same. The only difference that you're getting is a different type of where the location of the room is in the hotel, and as well as you get the bougie butler service with it. And then you have the platinum package. This package includes the 3 excursions. This is the director's suite. This is where the rooms do not look the same, okay? You still get the bougie butler service, but you can tell the rooms are different. The space is much bigger. And you also get a bonus of getting the hydrotherapy, which is amazing when you go through it as well in that particular package. When you are on the booking site, it's really simple. You're going to either put in one, because it has a single occupancy supplement for you, or you can put in two as well. I have 3 and 4, but the maximum capacity that they have, I do believe is 3. But it could be up to 4 depending on the room. So you can't do like a single room with a single bed with 4 people, but you could do a double occupancy, with 2 beds and up to 4. And when you do so, you just go down here. Once you select your travelers, you then select the package that you want to choose from. I'm just going to select the bronze package. And then when you select the bronze, I'm just going through it. When you select the bronze package, when you go down further, you're going to have to put in your information, your name. And these are the things with the asterisks that we really need from you: your address, your telephone number to get in contact with you. Most of the time we need your passport information, because the hotel is going to need your passport information. And you want to make sure your name is matching what you put in here. So if your name is like mine, I have it hyphenated, make sure you put your hyphenated name inside of here. If you don't have your passport, like I said, you can put in 99999 all the way across for your passport as well. Your date of birth is very important for your insurance. So we'll know how old you are for your insurance. Every insurance is different when it comes to your state. It's based off your location and it's based off your age. So we do need that information. Anything that doesn't have an asterisk, like the gender and travel preferences and stuff like that, you don't have to worry about it. But when it comes to the asterisk, definitely. We no longer need to be vaccinated, so you don't have to worry about that. If you do have TSA Global and different things like this, and we're doing a flight, that would be helpful for you. But it's also helpful for me to give you that information when you're going back, depending on what airport you're going back into. Because if you have Global, it's just a real quick thing for you. If you have TSA, I can tell you TSA is not in Costa Rica going back. So everybody gonna be in the same line. It's not no clear or any of that. Okay. We do need your t-shirt sizes for the swag bag. And like I said, we do need to know if you're allergic to anything. We also need to know if you have any medical conditions that we need to be aware of, as well as if you need special assistance, a wheelchair, cane, walker. That's very important for us to know. Other than that, you come on down to your payment information. We just do credit card only. We don't do bank card. And you'll have where you have your deposit. It'll also have a payment plan down here. It's just not showing it because I didn't go through it as if I was a client. I'm just kind of giving you an overview. But at this point, it is now July. The final payments are due, I think, September. I think it is. Yep, final payment September the 1st. So you really don't have much of a payment plan at this point. Most of it's going to be due at the time that is come September the 1st. But you're going to keep paying up until that point. And then here you have the terms and conditions. I say read your terms and conditions. As I say, read the fine print on everything, right? And then once you do that, you are officially booked and you are headed to Costa Rica. So let me stop sharing my screen so I can see the faces and look at the chat and get any questions that anybody need to have answered. Okay. How do I update my passport information? Meaning like you have, okay, so if you got married, for example, Marla, come off and ask, like, did you get married? Is a name change type of
No, it's not a change. That's the date's gonna the expiration date will be changing.
the expiration dates are gonna be changing. Okay.
Yeah.
So you just need to let me know what the new, just send an email. Just send an update, so then we can just go in there and update the information. Let's see what else. I'm looking at the chat first for any questions. If you have a question, go ahead and raise your hand. And I'm looking to make sure I don't. I put in for the itinerary, the website, Black Queens Matter Movement.com for those, for if you want to see the itinerary. This is being streamed on YouTube, so I can drop the YouTube link in there so you can share it with other individuals who did not make it on. How does the rainy season impact activities? It varies. It depends. If it's an excursion, they'll call it and see, you know, at the time what's what. Most excursions are not canceled though in rainy season because, like I said, it doesn't last a long time. You know, for like you can be on a catamaran and it can rain, and then it's not raining no more, and then it's hot again. So they usually don't cancel a lot of excursions. The same with the beach day. It's normally just keep on going. The rain is not so much most of the time that it just going to make people cancel out. So that was a great question. What is the cost for a single occupancy? Go on the link, Lisa, and hit the one, and you'll see what the rate is for single occupancy is loaded in there. You listen, Jay is right. She is a true adventurer. When it comes to ATVing in Costa Rica, it is so much better if it rains because it's so dusty and dirty otherwise, but the rain makes it muddy. But so if you don't like mud, that ain't your jam. But if you don't like dusting either, so it's like a best of both worlds. But I love a little bit of the mud to make it go real good. Somebody had their hand up, but they raised put it down, I think. I want to make sure I didn't miss it. Was that you, Robin? And then I want to make sure I got everybody's questions that was inside of the chat. All right, Lisa, I'm going to drop the link for the YouTube in here so you guys can have it as well. Okay, I'm glad I answered. So then you can share this with others. Wait 1 second, I'll put it in. Oh, there it was right there. Oh, here we go. All right, here's the link. And if everybody had their questions answered, I'm going to share my information with you. I just put the link in and I'm going to share my information so that you can also see it. Share screen. There we go. Here is my info. I always tell people to scan me or take a screenshot of it. And then when you hit that QR code, all my information, to include my telephone number, will pop up, as well as you know, the social medias and everything like that. So you can direct message me, text me. My preferred method is text me or call me. Do not email me. Please don't. If you do email me and tell me you got an email. But here you can scan me. And then here also, if y'all notice, we have the AI note taker in here. So you also have some notes, and you can click that link right there and you can see the full summary of what we discussed. And then Samsung put out there, hey, they're looking for a roommate. And if anybody else is looking for a roommate, get with them. If you are in the Black Queens Matters Travel Club, put it in there as well that you're looking for a roommate so that y'all can match up and mirror up and get ready to go. Robin wants the website again. Let me get that website. Okay. I'm dropping that Black Queens Matter website in here where you can get that itinerary. All right. Okay. Let's stop this share. All hearts and minds is clear. I thank you so much again for your attention and for being here with us and giving us the time out of your busy schedule so that we can get your questions answered and that you can know a little bit more about Costa Rica and what's upcoming in the next trip. Robin, the Bali information is also on the Black Queens Matter movement too. If you want to do Bali, it's already loaded. You just click the link, you get the itinerary so you can review that. And then once Costa Rica is done, we'll have another informational brief about Bali. We're going to have another Zoom for Costa Rica. It's going to be next month in a few weeks. We're going to have another Zoom to get people who didn't get a chance to get on, to get their questions answered, and to also give some more information, more details about the trip in general. This was just like a quick overview to kind of give people the 411 about it. Then we'll kind of go into weeds of like what you need to pack, what you need to bring, health-wise, you know, the heat, sunscreen, all this other medications, different things of that nature, so that you guys can be well-informed and well-prepared before you guys get on a plane and come for Vita land. All right. Thank you so much. You guys be blessed. Have an amazing